Welcome back, with the first part of the SBL paper, the effective leadership, and our first topic will be about leadership and organization culture. We will try to highlight some important points of this topic. Qualities of leadership. What's leadership? And what's the role of effective leadership? Leadership is an interpersonal influence directed toward the achievement of a goal or goals. So, take care, we have group to lead, power to influence, and end point to go. Now, in your opinion, what are the essential qualities that could make you a leader? Just try to memorize these shown qualities. What is the role of effective leadership? Our first theory is the trait theories. Based on this theory, leaders are born with inborn traits, like physical, personality and social traits. So, leadership effectiveness is based on the characteristics of the leader. The second theory is the behavioral or style theories. Here leaders are not born but can be trained or developed. And the leadership effectiveness based on learnt skills, not characteristics as based on trait theory. The third theory is the contingency or context theories. A mixture of the two previous theories. So, the situational context is essential for applying appropriate leadership intervention. Now, take care about the key words, born, not born but trained and the situation itself. Leadership and culture. What's corporate culture? It's philosophy that guides the organization's attitudes. Basic assumptions and beliefs shared within an organization. Based on the management style, a leader can be a manager, but a manager is not necessarily a leader. Now try to apply these leadership styles for your managers. Which one is your manager's style? The common leadership styles are transactional, transformational, coaching, visionary, and democratic. What about leadership style to manage change? The two popular styles are the manager and the leader. Transactional or transformational. More passive or more proactive. Take care about the ability and flexibility to change. So again, a leader can be a manager, but a manager is not necessarily a leader. Now train yourself to recognize the difference between the manager and leader. Try to apply it on your managers. Entrepreneurship and intrapreneurship. The entrepreneur is an individual that starts up a business, owner. But intrapreneur is employee but can provide innovations, with minimum risks. In the exam scenario, you could be asked, how to apply both concepts to exploit strategic opportunities, also to innovate successfully. Take care about, who is providing the idea and resources, and who would be use it. Also plan, manage and control this idea and resources. Again, it's time to exam scenarios, and the effective leadership. In exams, case scenario, you may find a management of a company that has succeeded in the past, but it has not responded effectively to the changes in its environment, and to the increasing competition it now faces. Then if you ask to evaluate the leadership approaches or styles used by its senior management team, then your main points to focus on could be, the transactional style may lead to little change, but could not be successful. On the other hand, the transformational leadership could be more appropriate and could lead to achieve strategic success. Finally, consider the change management role effects on vision and innovative changes. A second example. You could be asked to evaluate the importance of leadership in achieving company strategic success. You could focus on identifying vision and strategy, improving performance, and so on. Another example is to prepare a brief report to explain why the change of the company's leadership style was unsuccessful. Here you may discuss the management style before change, and if it was reacting, responsive or transactional. The speed of change. Finally, what about mixture of trait and contingency is the situational approach. Finally, you may be asked to evaluate how a manager leadership style contributed to the success or failure of each phase identified in an exam scenario. Another topic on the exam scenario could be the culture web model. In exams, case scenario, you may be asked to analyze the culture of a company, using the cultural web, to understand the failures of the company, and to assess the implications of your analysis for the company's future performance. So please try to focus specifically on the company's culture itself. Symbols. Power structures. Myths and stories. Routines and rituals. Organizational structures. Control systems. Paradigm. Symbols, for example, in the exam scenario. You could try to find the terminology commonly used within the organization. For the power structures, you can ask yourself, who holds the real power, core beliefs of the leadership? And how is power distributed in the organization? Another example is the organizational structures. The following questions can help in planning your answer. Do structures encourage collaboration or competition? Is it tall narrow or wide flat? Now, could the cultural web be used as a basis for creating a company strategy? Or to align culture with strategy? Your understanding for this slide will help answer this question. Now it's time to read one of the most important articles related to our topic today. It's Culture and Configuration. I'll leave the direct link on the comments. This article could provide a good practicing on the exam scenario. Especially the last part of this article, under the heading of Application of Culture and Organizational Configuration to Scenarios. The article provides a good example about how the culture and organizational configuration could be examined. For example, the culture clashes. A good example of this can be illustrated where a new director attempted to change both structure and culture to the fury of established personnel. Or in relation to mergers that do not stand the test of time. Another example about the inappropriate cultures and configurations. For example, if an organization wanted to change its generic strategy from cost leadership to differentiation, almost certainly both culture and configuration will have to change. Also, situation about the different stages of an organization's life cycle. A company could start as entrepreneurial or power culture, so formal controls could be non-existent. Later it could become listed company, so controls will become tighter and public scrutiny will affect rituals, symbols, and the organizational paradigm. Finally, the change management. If a culture or organization structure has to be changed, then the problem of change management arises. Thanks to Mr. Ken Garrett who wrote this article. Now, would you like a PDF copy of this video? So, you can read and print it. Just hit like for this video and write your email on the comments. I will try to send you a soft copy. For more discussion on this topic and other topics, please visit my LinkedIn page. Goodbye.